Hello my friends, Caddy here. I'm sharing my 46 process video. This layout is titled I Am One. It's a picture of my youngest, Ryan, and this was when he turned one back in 2008. So yeah, it's been a while. Digging into those old pictures, which I really have to get my old pictures scrapped. So basically I'm just prepping the page. This is some white cardstock. This is just a Recollections cardstock from Michaels, and I prepped it with some Faber-Castell gesso, and I just created sort of a big square in the middle of the page, and that's kind of well, my original thought was that was just going to be like a frame for my photo. So I'm just using some regular just paper, computer paper, just folded up, and I'm just kind of you know, masking off kind of where, you know, my square is, so it doesn't go off the page. And then I'm taking some different colors. I'm taking some Heidi Swapp, the yellow color is the Heidi Swapp mustard. Then I'm taking Lindy Stamp Gang Fuzzy Navel Peach, as well as Cosmopolitan Pink. Then that blue is the Heidi Swapp Teal, and then I also use the Heidi Swapp, the red one, which is the Cherry. So as you can see up there, my color kind of went off, you know, my square. And then my OCD kicked in, so I started using some gesso just to kind of try to cover it up. And then that's where I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna have fun with it. So I dry it off a little bit first, and this is kind of like the base. You know, I just start from here, and then I, you know, build my background off of this. And it was a lot of fun. You know, sometimes and at this point I didn't even know what photo I was going to use, so, you know. And so basically all I'm doing is just going over each color, and I'm just spraying it with the same color mist, and then a little bit of water. There's my little mini mister with some water, just to kind of get those drips along the edges of the page. And I'm gonna fast forward in a minute, you know, a little bit more, just so you guys don't have to watch every single one. I do make it a little bit faster. So basically that's what I'm doing. I'm just spraying each of the colors in each of the, you know, where I had originally sprayed it, and then I'm just dripping around the edges. So it was a lot of fun. Like I said, sometimes I just get home and I wanna when I have scrappy time, I just wanna paint. I've been finding a lot lately that I really want to just paint and have fun with mixed media, and it's just something that I'm really into right now. And you know, I think it just adds so much more to your scrapbooking when you add, you know, something, when you make a personalized background, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm really having fun with it, and I really love how this page turned out. It was just really bright and colorful and fun. And then, you know, I started looking through pictures, because like I said, I didn't know what picture I was going to use. I was just wanted to paint and just wanted to have fun with it. So as I was looking through pictures, I just came across this one of my son on his first birthday, and he, you know, he just had this big smile on his face, and it was just, you know, I thought about using that picture. So it worked out in the end. I really like how it came out. So I'm almost done with the background. I'm just adding a few, you know, finishing touches here and there where I feel it needs a bit more dripping, and then I'm just doing some splatters. That's with the Heidi Swapp Cherry, and then I do it with the I think with the Fuzzy Navel Peach, if I'm not mistaken, and then with the Heidi Swapp Teal as well. So that's my background. Now I came back to it the next day. I let it dry and just sit there, and then the next day I came back to it, and I'm going to start making my layout. So I'm cutting down the edges. I'm cutting down all 4 edges so I can add a map behind it. And I was in between whether I wanted to use that yellow paper, that yellow cardstock, or if I wanted to use the other one, which is more of a neutral. It's not craft. It's more of like a very light brown with polka dots. So I was between those two. And those are just papers from my stash. I couldn't even tell you where they're from, because they're just old papers. So I'm starting to glue down my, I decided on the yellow, by the way. And then I'm just starting to glue down. And I saw someone do this the other day, because usually I put my ATG tape all over the back of my you know, my mixed media page, and then I glue it down. But you know, it's so smart to kind of glue as you go so that you can really get it stuck down there. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just kind of gluing it and trying to get it as straight as I can, and it wasn't too bad, so I was pretty happy with that. So there you go. So I decided on that yellow, and I thought it just made it a lot more fun. And then I got some water, and I don't know, I think I smeared some of the paint or something, and I tried to kind of fix it, but I was like, no, that little smear down there was really bothering me. So I take my pearlescent watercolors, and I'm just gonna start coloring around all the white, and in just like a very light pink peachy color. It just gives it kind of an iridescent look, and then, you know, it has shimmer because it's the pearlescent watercolors, so it looks really pretty in the end. You know, it doesn't have that white. It's really, really pretty. And I fast forward now, so you don't have to watch me paint the whole thing, but you can see on the camera how it shines. Since they're the pearlescent watercolors, it's really has a really pretty effect. Now I'm just taking some of those same pearlescent watercolors, and I'm just kind of taking, you know, the kind of similar colors. It's not the exact same color, but just kind of adding you know, little splatters and little dots, and just kind of filling in where I feel that it needs some filling in. You know, just to make the colors a little bit brighter. And again, this is not the same color as the one I used with the mist, but it's very similar. So again, you know, it just adds a little bit of different color, and I think it adds more interest and more dimension. So that's what I'm doing right now, just kind of filling in here and there where I feel that it needs to be filled in. So yeah. And those watercolors, by the way, I got at Hobby Lobby. I don't use them all that often, but I have been lately. I try to pull them out and use them because they're a lot of fun to work with, and since they are pearlescent, you know, it's a pretty effect that you get from them. So it's fun to make backgrounds with those. And then I'm happy with how it looks now, so I'm gonna go ahead and just dry, just using my heat tool, because I don't have the patience to sit there and let it dry. So here I go. So then I'm taking this big stamp. This is a big stamp by Delta, and it's a crackled background rubber stamp. I don't know what size it is. I'm guessing it's like, I don't know. Let me get a ruler. This is it's like 4.5 by 4 stamp. So it's pretty big, and I'm just using that Encore Gold ink, and then I'm just going within the square in the middle. Whoops, sorry. I'm going within the square in the middle, and I'm just inking there, and it doesn't show up, you know, like it's not. I thought about doing it in black, but I think this just kind of gave it a little bit more texture, and it's not like something that's super visible, but it is, you know, it just gives it kind of that effect that I want. So I just did a little bit of stamping with that, and just to give, like I said, some more texture to my background and a little bit more fun and interest. And I just stamped on that vellum piece just because, you know, I didn't want to just wipe it all off and waste it, so I stamped on that vellum piece, and I figure I can use, you know, gold on vellum for anything, so so I did that. So there's my finished background. It was so much fun to make. I really had fun with this, and here's my photo. I had gone off and I decided, you know, was trying to decide what photo I wanted to use, so I'm using this one of my son. Again, it was on his first birthday, and he's just standing at the edge of his crib, and he just looked so cute, and he just had this big smile on his face. He had just woken up, so he was really, really cute. And I miss my kids being babies. I love the baby stage. So I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I think I was trimming it. I'm sorry. I was trimming my photo because I have my trimmer on another little table that I have behind me. And then I'm taking these Amy Tan this stitching kit, and I thought about stitching the title on the I Am One, but I decided just to use that piece in the bottom, which is kind of like just like a swirl, and I decided to use that. And this kit, I don't think I've even used it before. Maybe I've used it once. I don't even think so. So I'm deciding to use it. Now I kind of struggled with what color string to use, because it brings that blue. It brings 3 colors, that kit. But that blue matched my background, but it didn't match my son's what he was wearing. He was wearing a blue, baby blue little sweater, and then this was more of a teal blue, which is the same as my background. So I thought about using white, and then I don't have any more of those Heidi Swap. I don't have any more of those Amy Tam strings, so I just got some regular what is it called for the sewing machine, like sewing string. And I thought about using white. I thought maybe it might pop a bit, but it really didn't. You could barely see it. And I started kind of doing it, and I'm gonna go off camera, and in the end I decide on the blue. I was like, you know, screw it, I'm just using the blue. I'll make it work, and in the end it looks just fine, and it looks very cute, and I'm very happy with it. So I'm gonna fast forward, because I was like, you know, I don't want you guys to sit there and watch me do this, because it took me a while. So there I go, you see the blue, I did the blue, and I like how that turned out. Now this piece of paper, this is from a 6x6 paper pad. I don't know what paper pad it is, because I don't know why this, I usually keep my paper pads together, my 6x6, but because I like to be able to know what I'm using from where. But for some reason that piece was in my scraps. So because I guess maybe I didn't know what I was going to do with that paper, because I mean, if you use it to mat something, then you really can't appreciate the circles, and I didn't know what to do with it. So this was perfect. That little piece I cut around all the circles, and then it has little things, and all the colors are really good, like they match really well with my background. And again, this was just something I found in my scraps, so it worked out perfectly. And it says "You rock." It says "Live, love, laugh, love." Oh, happy day. It has a 1, which is perfect. An arrow, love, wow, hello. Just really cute little sayings. And then the ones that are going to be kind of tucked behind the photo, I'm cutting out, and then I'm popping them up, which you'll see me do. I pop them up. So now I'm just kind of starting working on my layers for my photo. I decide on that teal paper, but I'm gonna mat it. I feel like it kind of gets lost with the teal, so I'm gonna mat it on white first. So I'm gonna mat it on the white, just a piece of white cardstock, and then I'm gonna use the teal. Now at some point my video is gonna get cut off, because my usual problem, my iPad stops recording and I don't realize it. So there's a couple things you kind of miss that I do. And I think basically what you miss me do is I take a red, like American Crafts red pen, and I go around the balloons. You see those balloons off to my right? I go around them kind of with a stitched, so it looks like they're stitched. And then I do that around a little die cut that says boy, and a little piece that I made that says birthday on top. So I think you miss me do that. Those balloons, by the way, I don't know where they're from. I got them from a pocket letter, one of the pocket letters that someone sent me, and those little stars on top as well. And everything that you see to my left by my lamp are from pocket letters. I've recently started taking apart my pocket letters, because I've had them sitting there and I've just been kind of keeping them because they're so pretty. But I said, you know what, I'm going to start taking them apart and using the stuff in them, because I think that's the whole point. So I've been doing that, and I've found little goodies here and there that I can use on my layouts, which is awesome. So those balloons are from a pocket letter. And oh gosh, I wish I could remember who sent me those balloons, but I don't know because I just started taking them apart, and I can't remember honestly, but thank you whoever it was. I know I have quite a few of them, so it's kind of hard to keep track of everything. So thank you. And the little alpha stick words that I'm going to use at the end as well are also from there. And that little it looks like vellum, but it's one of those like little, I don't know what material that is, I don't know, that it looks like vellum. That's a little envelope, and that I know was from a pocket letter from Mandy Snyder. She put a bunch of little goodies and die cuts in there, so I just used that as a layer. And since I had it sitting on my desk because I had taken apart my pocket letters, I went ahead and used that just as a layer on my photo. And then the rest of the papers I'm using are from the American Crafts Hip Hip Hooray 6x6 paper pad. Now I am gonna miss those. I don't know if you see me do it on camera. I don't decide on that font for the I am. I take some other little letters, but I do miss the little letters in the red and the Heidi Swap. There you go. And the number 1 as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. This was a lot of fun to make. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I love to hear from you guys. Thank you for taking the time to watch my video. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy my videos and leave any comments below. I love to hear from you.